पक्षी जा रहे हम स्टॉप कर रहे हैं ओके स्टॉप
Okay, ready? Start. 1, 2, 3.
Music ஓடிட்டு இருக்கு. Music ஓடிட்டு இருக்கு.
Orientation program 2020. On behalf of School of Computing, I would like to welcome the new parts in our garden. Give the best wishes for all your brightest future. Prayer is the key of the day. Prayer is not fasting, it's a longing of the soul. Let us all praise for the prayer song.
Camera, பண்ணுங்க camera.
resource and are ready to welcome the exhaustive experience by Dr. D. Hariprasad, Professor and Head Department of DCA, to welcome the girl.
I take immense pleasure in welcoming this gathering on behalf of the School of Computing on this day 4 of 34th Batch Freshers Orientation Program. First, I welcome Dr. Anna Saro Vijendran, Dean School of Computing for this program. With every new day comes new strengths and new thoughts. We have MHS Mr. Dwarkanath Chayur, co-founder and director, Google for Education partner, Messrs. Cloud Rain Technologies, Chennai, and Ms. Seetal Soni, Country Channel Manager, Career Education, Software Group, IBM Private Limited, as special and honorable chief guest to orient and address our freshers about the required knowledge and skills on latest trends and technologies to lead a successful and fruitful career. I take this opportunity to welcome them for this program. It's my privilege to welcome all the heads and faculties of the School of Computing to this program. Without them, this program would not be possible. It is an honor in welcoming our freshers to this day of knowledge gaining sessions. I must congratulate the newcomers for selecting the best college in the district. It is a known fact that we have a dynamic management and experienced faculties to motivate and take care of you until each one of you complete your graduation. I hope upcoming 3 years to be the stepping stones for your prosperous lives and career. Once again, I welcome all for this program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
It's your action inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. You are a leader. We have one such inspiration personality at Misters. I request our Dean, Dr. P. Anasaro Vijayendran, School of Computing, to address the gathering. It's your
It's your
action
action
inspire
inspire
others
others
to
to
dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. You are a leader.
We have one such inspiration personality at Vistas. I request our Dean, Dr. Anasaro Vijayendran, to address the gathering.
Good morning, dear parents, faculty, and students. Welcome to the induction program 2021, School of Computing, Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science. Myself, Anasaro Vijayendran, Dean, School of Computing, is privileged to address you today and welcome the students
YouTube
to the
Live.
school.
YouTube
From
Live.
the earlier programs, you would have heard about the success and the achievements of our college. Today, I will give a brief introduction about the School of Computing. The School of Computing was constituted in the year 2017, under which the Departments of Computer Science, Computer Applications, and Information Technology functions. Apart from the regular courses, industry integrated courses are functioning, having tie-up with IBM, Google, UTL,
YouTube.
TCS, RPA, UiPath, and eBox. Under the School of Computing, there are 31 well-experienced and talented faculty members, out of which 17 have doctoral degree and the remaining have cleared NET or SLIT. Many faculty members have received awards from various government and private institutions for their achievement. The Department of Computer Science was established in the year 1987, and this department is headed by Dr. Maria Priscilla. And the Department of Computer Application was established in the year 1997, and this is headed by Dr. Hari Prasad. And the Department of Information Technology was established in the year 2007, and it is headed by Dr. N. Sumati. The Department of Computer Science with Cognitive System is a new department established in the School of Computing and is headed by Dr. V. Krishnapriya. Apart from the UG courses, we also offer postgraduate courses in Computer Science and Information Technology, and also offers full-time and part-time research program. The School of Computing have many achievements. To mention a few, the students graduated from this school are well placed in reputed IT companies like TCS, Wipro, Amazon, CTS, Capgemini, etc. Many of our alumni are entrepreneurs now.
கம்ப்யூட்டிங்ல போட்டிருக்கேன்.
Apart from the
School of Computing
academic
level.
achievements,
Second year,
the
third year kana
students
pass பண்ணுவாங்க.
also participated in the
Third year
Republic
kana
Day
pass
parade in New Delhi every year since 2018. Students also participated in the National Shooting Championship competitions, Para-Olympic Games, as well as state or district weightlifting, karate, and silambam competitions, and various other technical and non-technical events. The school organizes hackathon every year on the event of International Programmers Day on 13th September to motivate the students in coding, which is the most required talent in getting placements in the top organizations. Online add-on courses are encouraged, and many students have completed many courses. Our students excel not only in India but also in abroad too. Every year, our students were sent to Malaysia to do one course under Course Abroad program to Asia's Pacific University, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Dear students, The School of Computing provides excellent educational opportunities for the students from all backgrounds and locations. We offer various courses of studies that prepare you for success in the real world. I congratulate you for choosing the right course and to be with us. All the members of this school will be your friends. Feel free and don't hesitate to call upon your teachers when you need assistance personally or academically.
Hello.
Wishing you all the success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Words are two major things. They provide food for the mind and create light for understanding and awareness. Words are the most powerful force available to humanity. I now invite our chief guest, Dr. Dwarakman Cheyu, co-founder Director of Cloud Vision Technology, Cheyu. MOC Desk takes immense pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Dwarakman Cheyu. He is Dwarakman Cheyu, the Director of Cloud Vision Technology, our chief guest, with a depth experience of around 20 years. He is an expert on service delivery. He has an immense knowledge of project management office and setting up delivery center from scratch. He is expert in people management and project management. He is certified G Suite development specialist and Java developer. Sir, it's our privilege to introduce you. I request our chief guest, Dr. Dwarakman Cheyu, to address the gathering.
Sir, our voice. Voice.
I request our chief guest, Dr. Dwarakman Cheyu, to switch on the mic. Sir?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that. Sorry about it. Yeah. So, good morning to all of you. And as I was saying, so today I'm going to talk to you about what are the career opportunities that are available for all of you, and what are the latest trends and technologies that are going on in the world currently. And some of these technologies are going to be there for a long time, and some of them have just started. So it would probably be a good idea to get a good understanding now that you are just starting your college life. It is really a pleasure to talk to all of you. So let me just present my screen now. So, the new and emerging trends, as I was talking about, are around 8 of these technologies that I would like to talk about today very briefly. So, starting with AI and ML, which all of you would recognize, it's one of the most debated and most hotly talked about trend that is going on currently. So, AI stands for artificial intelligence and ML stands for machine learning. So, we will talk a little bit about that. Then you have another exciting technology which a lot of people would have heard about, but not many people are aware about what its capabilities are. So we'll talk a little bit about blockchain. We'll talk about a very, very interesting and very useful technology, which is cybersecurity in business, which is again going to be very, very trendy. It's also something that cannot be avoided. Always a technology that is going to be in demand, irrespective of which other technologies are going to be used. So it would be worthwhile to understand what is cybersecurity in business. Then we will talk a little bit about IoT, which is the Internet of Things. We will talk about VR and AR, which stands for virtual reality and augmented reality. We'll talk about mobile technologies, web application development, and cloud computing. These are the topics that I would like to talk about today. So let's look at AI and ML very briefly. So what is AI and ML? To very simply and easily tell you what is AI and ML, you can think about AI as a simulation are a mimicking of the human intelligence processes that is taken over by either a software process or the combination of software and hardware process. So AI in conjunction with ML is something that is going to be very trendy. It is going to help businesses in a big way. And what are the examples of AI ML? A lot of people talk about AI and ML, but people are not able to probably pinpoint what is AI and ML very easily. So I'll just give you a couple of examples, which almost all of you might be using in your day-to-day life. So one of the best examples of AI and ML is your Google Assistant and another very popular assistant called as Alexa. So Google Assistant and Alexa are two of the most used and available technologies which you can directly relate to AI and ML. So as you would have seen, right, AI in terms of Google Assistant or the Alexa allows you to interact with Google and with Amazon technologies respectively using your voice. So how is this possible? This is possible because of these technologies called artificial intelligence and machine learning. So as students, what are the things that you would require if you want to get into this field? So for AI and ML, especially for ML, you would definitely require to have a mathematics background. So machine learning is something which deals with large data sets. It deals with models that we call as. So you'll have to develop models that are called machine learning models, and development of those models from scratch would definitely require you to be very strong in mathematics as well as have an ability to develop algorithms. So that is one of the major requirements that we have for getting into this field. However, for people who are not mathematically inclined, also there are a lot of tools. For example, there is a tool called Dialogflow that is available, which does not require you to have any kind of mathematical background. You can still develop an AI model using that. Of course, you will not be developing a machine learning model with that, but it will use machine learning at the back end. The tool allows you to create use cases directly using a natural language, right? So you will have to have a good understanding of the domain for you to use that particular tool. So this is basically about AI and ML. It's a very, very trending field. Definitely you should take a look at this. For all the people who are interested in this, it has got a lot of career prospects. There are a lot of people who would hire you if you know anything about AI and ML. So it's one of the topics that I would advise you to go through during your next 3-year course. Just take a look at it and see if it interests you and whether you can get into this. Then we look at what is called as blockchain. The blockchain became very famous a couple of years ago when most of you would have heard about things like bitcoins and stuff like that, right? But that is not the only technology for blockchain. Blockchain is something that is very less understood. People always associated with cryptocurrency, but cryptocurrency
PPT
is
மட்டும்
not
zoom
the
பண்ணி
only,
cut பண்ணேன். கொஞ்சம்
it's not
blurred.
the only thing that uses blockchain. Blockchain can be used for a variety of things. It is a technology that can really change the way business is conducted. So blockchain is also some technology that you should look at for people who are interested in it. So it can be used in a variety of use cases, especially things like verifying orders, purchases, returns, receipt of products, and other stuff like that. So the technology is very useful because it is almost foolproof. There are a lot of things that cannot be done, like scams cannot be done. Financial scams cannot be done if you're using blockchain technology, simply because the technology is distributed technology, but it cannot be easily copied. So it means that every individual piece of data can have only one. So it's basically a digital ledger that can be sold in a distributed fashion. So again, blockchain is a technology that I would advise people to look at it if you're interested in business, if you're interested in things like finance and any kind of business that needs to be distributed. Blockchain is a technology that can definitely be looked at. So it is a very promising and a very useful technology, which I would suggest people to look at. So if you want to have a career in supply chain management, if you want to have a career in finance, and blockchain is another very budding area, and it is a useful technology to learn. Then we have cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is an evergreen technology, as we call it, because security is always going to be a need. So it is very, very critical to business functions. It will always be an integral part of business. You cannot take away cybersecurity, irrespective of which other technologies are going to be in trend or not. So you have things like data protection, you have things like data loss prevention, which are very, very important for businesses, because most of the businesses are now going on the cloud, right? So on-premise technologies are going out of fashion because there are a lot of inherent issues with on-premise technologies. A lot of people are going for cloud-based technologies. So cybersecurity is something that is always going to be in demand. So for all of you who are inclined towards security and learning about security, you should look at this field. Cybersecurity is something that is always going to be in demand. So things like protection of network, protection of devices, working on security programs, protecting the data from attacks, damages, and unauthorized access. All of these things will come under the purview of cybersecurity. This is another
அதே ஜூம் பண்ணி கிராப் பண்றோம் இமேஜ்
that students should look at it if you are very much interested in the security aspects of technology. And then we have Internet of Things. Now, Internet of Things is again a very, very exciting technology. The world is becoming more and more digitized. We are having businesses that are that require information in large. You need a lot of information for businesses to take informed decisions. Everything in this world is now getting connected one by one. So if you look at it from the last 5 to 6 years or even 10 years ago, the way we are interacting today has changed a lot. Internet is playing a big role in whatever we do. So as we go forward, you find a lot of smart devices, as I call it. So these smart devices are working in conjunction with hardware and software. So Internet of Things is something that is very, very exciting to work on. You will have a lot of new hardware that is coming in that interacts with the software. So you have things like smart devices, you have things like smartphones that have come into the picture. In future, you will also see things like normal day-to-day things like a refrigerator being automated, for example. So this is a very interesting example that I always like to think about. So just think about your refrigerator being able to order things for you automatically. So if the refrigerator finds that you have run out of milk, it will be capable of placing an order for milk. If it runs out of vegetables, it will be capable of placing orders for vegetables. So these are the kind of things. Something that is really, really useful. Something that is very makes a lot of sense from a business perspective. So Internet of Things, as I said, is a combination of hardware and software. So you'll be working with a lot of sensors, you'll be working with a lot of hardware devices that can sense things in real time, and then it can interact with software that people have written for doing meaningful things. Like for example, as I told you, the refrigerator has got sensors that will be able to detect that milk is that you have run out of milk in the refrigerator, so you need to place an order for milk, or it ran out of vegetables, so it can place an order for vegetables. So things like that. This is just an example on the home front that I given. Similarly, the business sense, it can do a lot of things. For example, the office is running out of supplies, so you can devise any device which which can sense these things. For example, if the office is running out of printing paper or the printer is running out of paper, it can order for the paper directly. You don't have to have a person manning that. You can do it automatically and so on and so forth. So there is a large area. It's a very large area, which has got a lot of potential. So this is another very beautiful and interesting area that you should look at. It gives you a lot of scope to design new things, to develop new things. It's a very interesting field that you should look at. Then coming to virtual reality and augmented reality, we are living in a world, right, the pandemic and all these issues that are there, which is not allowing people to travel anywhere. It's not allowing people to visit places that they would normally visit. So
செட்டிங்ஸ் செக் அதை செக் பண்ணணும், அதில் தான் நம்ம தப்பு பண்ணுறோம்.
மூவி ஸ்டுடியோங்கிறது ஒரு
be very useful. Just imagine you're not able to visit. Let's say, let me take a very simple example. If you're not able to visit your local supermarket, the supermarket has got a VR technology, and it allows you to virtually browse through the supermarket. Just like as you would walk into the supermarket, if you're able to get an experience like that, if you're able to go look around the supermarket and see what are all the things that are around there, without actually having to go to the supermarket, and then you will be able to shop for things. So these are the kind of things that virtual reality will be able to solve. Currently in today's world, if you look at virtual reality, they are making use of virtual reality mostly in gaming. But gaming is not the only place where you can use virtual reality. You can use it in a variety of purposes. So again, this is a field which has got a lot of scope, it's got a lot of potential. You can think of a lot of things. As I gave you an example, right, in today's world, when you are sitting at home, and most of the world is sitting at home, not able to go around, think of all the other things that you can do with virtual reality. Similarly, augmented reality is also very useful. Especially when you want to place, especially when you want to not place something, virtually place something over a real, virtually place something over a real world. For example, augmented reality allows you to place other objects that are meaningful on top of existing video. So things like AR, extremely useful technologies that they can use. Combined together, AR and VR are called as SR technologies. So you know the SR technologies in V or A and VR or AR. So combined together, they are called as XR as a technology. So this is also a very niche area. It's an area that will allow you to come up with very innovative and new applications that are very useful for the industry. So this is another area that I would suggest that you can go through. People who are interested in gaming. Gaming is a very straightforward. It's a very straightforward fit for VR or AR. A lot of games are already there in AR and VR. But there is another field which will probably require AR and VR, especially in the coming days, and that field is the travel field, right? The travel and entertainment industry would definitely make use of AR and VR in a very big way. So that's a field that we can look at. It's a field that has got a large potential for AR and VR. And then coming to mobile technologies. Mobile technologies has been there for a lot of time now. It is probably now matured to a state where things are changing dramatically and drastically. For all these years, mobile technology development was a little bit of enigma for a lot of people. For example, you have a lot of technologies, right? So you have Android, you have iOS, and you have Windows. Windows, of course, now is not there. So you have only two technologies that are there, which is either Android or iOS. So people who wanted to develop a mobile application always were challenged, right? So they had to write two applications all the time. They have to write an application on Android, and then they have to write an application on for iOS as well. So they always had to develop two applications, although both the apps would be doing the same thing on the different architectures. So when things like this were coming up, new technologies are now sprung up wherein you don't have to develop different applications for different architectures. So you can combine these architectures and do things like, so new technologies like PWA stands for progressive web applications, and other technologies like Flutter and so on and so forth have come up now. So this is another very exciting and new age technology that has come up, especially for the mobile world. So this is another very interesting field. All the people who are interested in mobile technologies should definitely look at these technologies, that is PWAs or Flutter, and there are a few other technologies like Angular and stuff like that. It's a very vast field, so you can look at that as well. It's another very trendy technical area, I would say. Very much useful for a lot of people.
27 மணிக்கு.
And then this is the evergreen and useful technology. I would say this is there for a lot of time. Web application development started a long time ago. It has progressed a lot of technologies that have come and gone. But this is another technology that is not going to die away anytime soon. As you know that the internet is growing at a very rapid pace. A lot of new technologies and internet is going to come up. You're going to have 5G technology coming up, and you're going to have other technologies like Wi-Fi and stuff like that is coming up. It's only going to increase the internet speed. And as more and more of these technologies that are coming up, the mobile, along with the mobile application development, you also will have the web application development going on. So there are a lot of technical areas that you have that you can join over here. Some of them, what I mentioned is the PWA. PWA is something that is cross-platform. You can use it for mobile, also use it for web application. That's the biggest advantage of PWA. You can write a single code base and you should be able to use it across mobiles, across browser and so on and so forth. PWA is something that you should definitely look at if you're interested in application development, rather than generally popular across the world. People come to JavaScript when first came up, people were very skeptical about this language. They thought that this language would die very soon, but it's only growing in strength. So JavaScript is not going to go anywhere. I will advise all the students to definitely learn JavaScript because this is a technology that everybody should know. It's a very fluid technology. It gives a lot of gives you a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of job opportunities for JavaScript, even if you know Vanilla JavaScript. And then you have JavaScript, which are frameworks. There are a lot of frameworks that are common. So you would have heard of frameworks like Angular. You would have heard of frameworks like many frameworks. A lot of frameworks which are being used. So you can learn JavaScript either Vanilla JavaScript or frameworks. And then a very interesting technology called Node.js has come up, which allows you to do JavaScript. JavaScript is generally a client-side technology, which means that runs on the browser side, not on the server side. But Node.js allows you to use JavaScript on the server side. So it's another technology. If you learn JavaScript, you should be able to learn Node.js very easily. The only difference is in the architecture and runs on the server side. So this is another field that is really coming up in the last couple of years. Has grown a lot. Another area that has got a lot of clear opportunities. People who are interested in the web application development should definitely try to understand what Node.js is and what JavaScript. And then you have full stack developer. So full stack developer, what it means is you should know a lot of technologies all together with Node and full stack developer field. So you should know for front-end technology, which is UI and UX, which predominantly deals with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and so on and so forth. So that's what is the front-end technology that allows you to develop user interfaces. So UI, UX is what is front-end technology. Things like HTML5, CSS, JavaScript, all these things fall under the front-end technologies. development languages, of course, you can use a lot of things. So you have things like PHP, you have things like Python, like Java, JavaScript again. So all of these languages are development languages. So you should know that as well. And then working data storage, you should know databases. You have a lot of databases. You have things like Oracle, you have things like MySQL, and nowadays you have object databases like MongoDB, MariaDB, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of databases available another depending on which kind of technology you are using. You should know at least a couple of databases to work on this for you to work as a full stack developer. Then you should have a basic design ability. By design, what we mean is this is a field that is again very useful. By design, this does not mean front-end design. By design, what we mean is capability to design the entire architecture of a application. So people over here, this is a highly skilled job. So you know a lot of information about this. Freshers definitely will not be able to do this. But for a period of time, you should be able to gain knowledge of this. So this is an ability for a person to be able to design a complete software application. So you should have a good understanding of front-end development, you have a good understanding about networks, you have a good understanding about load balancing, you have a good understanding about servers, all of such. The entire design of the web application is what comes with the basic design ability. You have basic design ability as well as advanced design ability, which will lead you to be a solution architect. So the position for this is called as a solution architect. So everybody is able to do all of that should be a very good solution architect. And then you have different types of servers. So you have application servers, and then you have web servers, and so on and so forth. So you should have a good understanding of which servers used for what purpose. So learning about servers is another thing that comes under the full stack developer technology. Then you definitely need to know what is version control systems. So version control systems, like you have heard things like GitHub, Bitbucket, and so on and so forth. So you have a lot of those systems which allow you to take care of different versions of the software that you are developing over a period of time. So VCS is something that is again part of this. And then finally, you should be able to work with APIs that other people have exposed, or you should also have the ability to write your own APIs if you want to expose your own further. So you have APIs like REST APIs and SOAP APIs. Node.js also has something which allows you to work on APIs. So those are called as REST APIs, right? So these are all the things that a person should know get into the field for the full stack developer. So if you know all of these technologies, you will be known as a full stack developer. Again, this is an area that has got a lot of demand across the world. If you are a full stack developer, you can be sure of getting a very good job. There is no doubt about it. This is another technology or another area that we should all strive to understand during the next 3 years. And then finally we have cloud computing. Cloud computing again is technology that is going on in full swing now. The whole world has moved to the cloud. All the people who are still not on the cloud are definitely going to move over here. This is their distributed computing model. You are not going to be having any on-premise hardware. You will always have hardware that is being hosted somewhere else by somebody. Examples of this are your GCP, which is called as Google Cloud Platform. Then you have things like Azure, you have things like AWS, which is owned by Amazon Web Services, and so on and so forth. All of these are cloud computing, which allows you to get computing on demand. So you don't have to own hardware, you don't have to buy hardware. You can simply log into hardware that is given to you by these people, either AWS, Azure, or GCP, any one of these you can choose. Go and spin up a virtual machine. The virtual machine can be of any size, it can scale on demand. And then the biggest advantage over here is you can simply take the hardware that you require at that point of time and scale it as you require. So it's a very, very useful technology that is being offered. This is basically things like infrastructure as a service. This is known as infrastructure as a service. As and when you require infrastructure, you can simply hire it. You don't have to buy it. So this is like a subscription model that is given. So instead of wasting a lot of money on buying hardware to set up your infrastructure, you can simply hire your infrastructure as you require. So that is why it is called as infrastructure as a service. And then you have things like platform as a service. You have things like software as a service, and so on and so forth. All of these things fall under the cloud computing model. Cloud computing offers a lot of benefits. It is very cost effective. It allows you to work from anywhere you are. You don't have to carry the hardware. You have a lot of hardware. It's available somewhere. You don't. In many cases, you will not even know where this hardware is. Running. You don't have to bother about all of it. You don't have to bother about updating these hardware. You don't have to worry about maintaining this hardware. So you save a lot of money. You save a lot of time. You can work from anywhere when you wish to. Things like disaster loss prevention, all these things are taken up automatically by the people who are running these centers. You don't have to worry about all those things. So, and you have things like uptime guarantees. It always runs, it never goes down. Hardware redundancies are taken care of, software redundancies are taken care of. So all of these things are available in the cloud. So this is another very beautiful and useful area. It is not going to go away anytime soon. This is going to be there for a very long time. So people who are interested to work as administrators and system administrators and so on and so forth, this is a very good area to get into. So you have a lot of certifications that are there. It's an evergreen field. Again, this is a field that I would advise you to look into for all the people who are interested to go as administrators and so on. So these are all the options that are available to you. Many of these things you can choose out of many of these things. You have a variety of options that are available to you. Since you are just joining this year college, I would advise you to look at all of these options. Again, I have shown you only probably 30 or 40% of the technologies that are available. There are so many other technologies that are coming up. So things like 5G, people who are interested in telecom segment, stuff like that. Other things like 5G that is coming up. Very interesting technologies like Wi-Fi that is coming up. That's probably the future. There are a lot of things that people are making. So anyway, I think I'm done with my presentation, and I thank you all for giving me this opportunity. Hopefully this thing was the presentation that I have shown you was useful, and it have tickled your mind. It should give you an idea about what are the things that you can do for your future. So thank you very much, and ma'am, I think I'm done. You can go ahead to the next.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for explaining about emerging technologies. Thank you very much, sir. Happiness does not come from doing easy work, but from after flow of satisfaction to come after achievement of the difficult task. It demands our best. I introduce our chief guest, Mr. Sheetal. He has overall professional experience of 14 in the education industry. He has been working for the students and unemployed graduates for the last 6 years and builds with the overall students' mindset. Currently, he is a part of IBM Career Education team, wherein her attempt is to help build the critical mass support for skills on TAMSS for IBM ecosystem and provide career-oriented education and skills to the students and faculties in academia. Sheetal has performed various roles right from the trainer and rolled up the ladder to product manager and currently heading the career education business with China in South and West regions in India. He is technically sound on emerging technologies and passionate about interacting with students. Now I request our chief guest to address the gathering.
Thank you very much, ma'am, and a very good morning to all of you. And I think it's a very important day for us today that we're all on the verge of starting the next phase in our life, which will determine what career we have. I'll just take you to a small slides that I wanted to go through and then we can
ஆமாம்
discuss if there are
ஆமாம்
any
ஆமாம்
question and answer sessions that you have. I'm just
நைஸ்
opening
பிரச்சனை
the presentation. Just give me a minute.
நைஸ் கேட்டு ஓகே
Okay, is my screen visible?
ஓகே
All right, thank you.
எனக்கு
Okay,
எனக்கு அவுட்டு தெரில அவுட்டு தெரியல அதனால்
just to take you
அந்த
through a
பிரச்சனை
little bit of a brief of what does IBM do with Sri Ramakrishna College of Science and Engineering. Before that, we'll just take a step back to understand
okay.
what does IBM do.
ஓகே
So, for everybody on the call, yes,
இருங்க நைஸ் கேட்டில் நைஸ் கேட்டில் தான் அந்த க்ளோஸ் த்ரெஷோல்டு ஓப்பன் த்ரெஷோல்டு இருக்கும்.
I'll just try once more if it opens up.
ஓகே
Not visible still?
ஓகே ஓகே
Shidal, your
testing
your
testing
screen of the meet is getting shown, so you have to choose the presentation screen.
I'm actually saying the entire screen. Yet not visible now.
Then just click on the presentation screen, whichever is your presentation, that will come out. It is minimized, I think, that particular presentation is minimized.
Okay, I'll just make one more attempt if I can show that. I don't think it's working. Okay, nevertheless, no problems. So fine. So what we do is that I'll just take you through a small brief of what does IBM and Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science do. So basically, IBM, as we all know, is more than a century-old organization catering to various organizations in India, customers across the globe, and we do a lot of solutioning and consultancy for the various projects and various problems that the businesses face today. Having said that, it is so important that we've seen in the last decade the entire technology has evolved, and we did hear from Mr. Dwarkanath talking about the various kinds of domains which are gaining momentum today. So what's important is that it is critical that the students during the course of their graduation grasp onto at least one or two specializations
Voice echo.
so that when they pass
Voice
to the
echo.
industry, they
Voice
are
பயங்கர echo.
available for starting a career and getting a good job rather than to start skilling them. And that's where IBM thought that we will collaborate with top institutions in the country and try and integrate the syllabus inside the curriculum of the college so that the students can learn during the course of the college. They don't have to come extra. It becomes a part of the credit structure, and you also can get a degree for that